My name is Jason Hunt.
I'm Stephanie Perez.
And our topic is illegal immigrant impact on United States national security.
Ooh. So we're going to start with a Kahoot quiz. So everyone just go to Kahoot and put in the code that will appear momentarily. Is everybody on? Nope. Okay, let's start. This is just going to kind of get the conversation moving. When did major immigration reform first begin? Alright, that one was easy. I put after Christmas 2014 because, you know, I thought it was funny. It's not really.
Sorry, that's
Alright, how many illegal immigrants are there in the United States today? Alright, they're really, everyone says over 11 million because no one really knows the exact number.
it
So,
was 11 million in 2007.
yeah. How many visas were issued in 2015?
That's so exact.
So as you can see, that number is way less than the number of illegal immigrants. So it's kind of surprising. Approximately what percentage of illegal immigrants come from Mexico? How many states grant illegal immigrants students in-state tuition benefits? Alright, last question. In 2010, how much more money and benefits did illegal immigrants receive than they paid in taxes? Alright, good job, you guys. So hopefully some of those statistics kind of surprised you.
Alright, so I'm gonna start off with like defining national security because when I researched it, I was actually surprised because there's like different definitions of national security. So the first definition is power, which is basically a nation's like control over like peace and sovereignty. And the next definition is military strength, which is just the overall strength of military capacity of the nation's military. And force is actually applying military, so actually using the military to accomplish different objectives. And then the next definition is national defense, which is the ability or capacity of the military to defend the nation against any outward attacks. And Homeland Security is actually the main definition that everyone thinks national security is, which is basically a nation's use of all its available resources to defend the nation from attacks inside or outside the nation. So when was immigration first considered a major problem? So after the 9/11, the George W. Bush administration redefined all immigration agencies and basically incorporated defense against terrorist attacks. And newly created Department of Homeland Security took over jurisdiction of immigration and customs enforcement, and they basically strengthened the U.S. borders, like the Mexican border, and basically invested more money and time and resources to bolster the border of Mexico, and basically, adopted TSA and different, tactics to combat terrorism or potential attacks. And this officially established immigrants as threats to national security, specifically internal security. So now that we're focusing on internal rather than external.
Okay, so in recent years, immigration has really been a topic of controversy, and that's because primarily because of the drug cartels and also just the fear of terrorism that has come in the United States. So that has prompted a lot of leaders to try and advocate for change. That doesn't mean that it necessarily has been happening as much as it should be. Yeah, there have been some efforts made, but a lot of them haven't been catered to what we should be focusing on.
Right, so an example of how immigration has kind of been a threat recently is Robert Pence, he was an Arizona rancher, and he was actually a pretty famous rancher, over 100 years, I think. And basically, he lived right near the Mexican border, so he saw illegal immigrants across the border almost every day. But he would kind of looks grumpy in this picture, but he was kind of described to be a nice guy. He kind of helped the illegal immigrants, and while they're crossing, they needed water or food, he would kind of give it to them. So on about March 27, 2010, he got he heard a illegal immigrant kind of crossing, so he was going to investigate. So he phoned his brother saying oh, there's illegal immigrant, come and help. So when the brother got there, he found Robert Pence dead on his van. He was shot, and his dog was also shot, and I think the dog was killed. He was still alive. But Robert was dead, and further investigation revealed that it was an illegal immigrant, possibly immigrant smuggling drugs over the border, and he was the immigrant was just kind of scouting the area before actually transporting drugs over the border, and he probably found Robert in surprise and just shot him. So that's also kind of why it's becoming a threat.
Okay, so now we have a video that kind of shows this as well.
Was murdered in November of 2010.
My daughter Sarah Root, who was killed by an illegal immigrant on January 31st of 2016.
And he died doing what we taught him to do, which is give compassion to other people. So this kid asked him for a ride home, and Joshua told him yes, not knowing that he was luring him to murder.
She was killed coming home. She was at a stoplight and hit from behind by a 19-year-old illegal immigrant, street racing, drunk driving.
Not only are these losses of life tragic, they would be preventable if the administration enforced our immigration laws.
The administration talks about families being separated, but they are usually talking about the families of undocumented aliens. There's another separation they don't talk nearly as much about. The separation a parent feels when a child is killed by someone not here legally.
President Obama, if the same thing happened to one of your daughters, would you still be in support of this policy that you put in place?
The Obama administration's refusal to enforce our nation's immigration laws and its release of tens of thousands of criminal aliens into American communities has tragic consequences. We hope and pray that President Obama will reconsider his failed policies, change course, and enforce our immigration laws so that we protect Americans' lives.
I just want to make a note of this video. It's a little biased towards Obama, but like the point of showing that video was kind of like saying, just get the point across that like there is like a potential threat of illegal immigration, but not as extreme as like how we portray it.
On the heels of this video, take a look at it there that we showed you last week, where you had two illegal immigrants scaling the wall with a stash of drugs, scaring them back over when they see that they're being taped. Well, residents of that Arizona town say they see this all the time, sometimes as often as every half hour. You know, take a look at those backpacks. I mean, maybe we can get a close up on those. You see those there? The worry, of course, is that they could easily be filled with bad stuff, explosives, weapons, making our porous border indeed a serious, real threat to our national security. Joining me right now, former member of the
Alright, so really that leads us to the problem with illegal immigration today, which is just that a vast number of the illegal immigrants who are entering the U.S. can pose a threat to the safety and national security of U.S. citizens.
Alright, so our proposal to fix the problem of illegal immigration is to reform the visa system, focus on deporting criminals rather than entire families, and to bolster border control. So a visa is like a temporary pass to live or work in this case we're talking about America. So the problem with visas is that people will say they're staying for like 6 months, but then overstay the time that they're supposed to stay. And right now, the government isn't really vigilant about watching how long they stay, or if they overstay their visa, it's likely that it will just go unnoticed. So with our plan, we would include interviews, background checks, and check closely on the monitoring of visa expiration to make sure that people are staying as long as they plan to stay and not overstaying without being citizens.
Okay, so also kind of shifting a focus on deportation is another part of our plan, and that's just kind of because a lot of people just categorize illegal immigrants as a general negative thing, but really some of them are contributing positively to our economy, and they're just here to work, and a lot of them have good intentions. So we would have more of a focus on deporting the illegal immigrants who have committed crimes or who are more of a threat to our country, and that's by strengthening the priority enforcement program, which focuses on identifying and deporting illegal immigrants that have committed crimes.
So our third kind of change would be to put more resources and time, money into border control. So the government has reported that border has has been the most secure it has ever been. However, according to the statistics recently, the number of apprehensions in the border of undocumented migrants been the lowest it's ever been. It's kind of still declining. So it kind of contradicts the government's claim. And in order to just reduce the number of illegal immigrants and illegal border crossings, the government needs to shift the non-human resources towards border security, and drones or towers can be put in place, and more economically sound and efficient physical barriers, not a giant wall for Mexico, must be built in order to cover hold border security.
So despite the video and some stereotypes you may hear, not all immigration is bad. Immigrants all actually boost the economy and the national GDP. There is no proof that immigrants commit more crime than American citizens do. And you can see based on this chart that they are contributing positively to the economy. And hiring immigrants as workers actually lowers the price of consumer goods. So not all immigration causes Any questions?
Things you were surprised about.
Like in the video, the Fox News video, they like blatantly said it was drugs, and then like the second time they said it, it was like it might be drugs. So I just thought it was like interesting that there's you can't like see it through the backpack and immediately they said it's drugs, and I thought that was just like interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Fox News is Fox News.
Kind of
So-
one thing that happened when we were researching a lot more about it is that there's like this whole stigma that all illegal immigration is bad, and that there's like people like propose it as a bigger problem than it may actually be. So then there's just like a lot of bias out there.
Yeah, we kind of show that video just to show that like, oh, there's a lot of crossings over there. Not really like what Fox News is saying.
Well, I know that's the different side of immigration issues and issues because back home we usually live in renovation from the view of migrant farmers who are like just trying to like make money and go back home. And so that's definitely a different side of it because we usually think of immigration as a good thing and also a plus.
Also, going back to the comment about the video, like when I was watching the video, I saw like a car in the background, and I don't know if it was a cop car or not, but like if it was, then it was just kind of sitting there not doing anything. It was like in the middle of the road, just kind of watching. Which I thought was like kind of shocking because like if I saw something like that, I'd be like pretty scared.
Yeah, it kind of gets slipped under the radar.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried criminals.
How exactly would you enforce like stricter, I guess, track of visas? Like it's something we already do. What are you like? It's just like, so that is how most illegal immigrants get into the United States. It's just overstaying their visas. And so how? Like,
I guess through the national homeland security, and we could like monitor the dates that they come and stay exactly instead of just like watching it go by. I mean, I don't work there, so I'm not really sure how it goes, but I guess we could just watch it go to
Kind of keep a more accurate database.
I'm sure that they already do, but like, I think what we're trying to say is like they should put more time into like keeping track of cases. Because like I'm sure they already do, but like there's just abundant amount of like it's just interesting cases, or just like put more resources into it.
Does anyone like know anyone who is an immigrant? I feel like we all try to do. I mean, both my parents were immigrants, so it's kind of a unique perspective. And I mean, my dad's from Mexico, and people ask me all the time if he's illegal. Just kind of odd, but it happens. And I don't know, there's just like a lot of biases out there.
what happens if you are an illegal immigrant and you're caught doing a crime, like in the current system?
I
Do you
think
not
what
get
happens is
deported?
they put you in a detention center, and Trump, well, Trump wants to get rid of that and just like send you all the way back to Mexico, because the detention centers aren't really like, it's kind of like a slap on the wrist, kind of. But
And then also those detention centers, we're kind of using like American resources to host them there. So it's kind of wasting our money because we're like giving them food and kind of giving them a place to stay.
And then when they're in the detention centers, they usually have like this priority. So like those with a criminal record usually get deported first, and then like those that are just overstaying visas or just and got caught in the detention systems probably usually get deported first.
How much would deporting people cost? Would it be a lot more?
I don't know the exact number.
We actually, we gotta stop, so. Thank you. Yeah. Round of applause.